This is Catherine Lane, and welcome to Catherine's Conversations in the Country. I'm here at my home. This is where we do Catherine's Conversations in the Country by our pond. So I'm super happy that we had a beautiful day, and I've got some beautiful new friends. Molly DeAvria from the Gaston County YMCA and Sarah Shriver from the Gaston County YMCA. We've been talking about mental health and teens, the amazing programs that the YMCA offers to help you as parents navigate the rough waters of having teenagers right now. And actually, whenever we stopped rolling, we had a really great conversation that I hope we can recapture some of this, because both of these ladies have teenage girls. Now, a lot of you, and it's delightful, they're wonderful, they're, couldn't be better, teenage girls. I had a little hellion, she knows it. Now she's an angel, she's my best buddy, we're like this now. But that was before social media when I raised my daughter. That was before anybody was texting or had cell phones, and it was really hard then. And now it's even harder. But you ladies are cracking the code, I think, right? Well, you're certainly more aware now, and everyone's aware now about their mental health, which is why I do this show, is to promote better mental health in teenagers. And tell me some of the ways that you ladies are conquering this right now, social media, and just keeping in touch with their mental health.
So my daughter isn't on social media. So she does have a telephone, and she's 13. She has a phone. She has a digital footprint, if you will. But she's not on Instagram. She's not on Facebook. We're just not there yet, because she doesn't need to have a footprint just yet on all of those devices. So we know that her friends do, and her friends have things like Snapchat and Instagram and all of it. And we'll get there when we get there. But right now we are in the texting phase.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So, and Sarah, and I'm not sure we need to pass off the mic right at this second. You have the mic right now. But Sarah, you've got two teenage daughters, and you guys are super women to be able to convince these teenage girls that it's not time for them to be on social media yet. Did you start this when they were little? Because social media's been around for a few years. From the time they were little and they started asking, is this when you started with we're going to wait on this?
Yeah, I think probably middle school is when that conversation started coming up. Can I have a phone? Can I get Instagram? And we just very clearly set out what our family had decided to do, and that is that every year we will reevaluate that, but that the ultimate goal was to wait until they were roughly juniors in high school to give them access to start creating their own digital footprint like we talked about. The whole point in that is just we've explained to them that, there's not a lot of great good that can come from disappearing into the doom scroll, right? But there's also a lot of good that can come from social media that we can still experience without posting about ourselves. And so they're exposed to it through their friends. They have certain access for creativity and creative outlet, but they have just accepted that is our rule, and that's okay. And so we just hope to get them to their junior year where they have learned from watching their friends be on social. They have experienced what they've gone through. We've used those experiences to have good conversations about what their friends are going through, what gets posted, how that makes you feel. And then when they are juniors, they can begin putting themselves out into the world, right? Because they understand how permanent it is, right?
Right.
So that has been a really helpful tool for us, and they've just sort of accepted it. Now they ask on occasion, can I have Instagram now? We just reiterate, not yet.
Yeah.
Okay. We're very lucky that they just kind of go along with
Yes.
it.
So you didn't have my daughter to raise. See that?
It's not.
She would have been like, "Oh, really?" No. But yeah, you both have done a great job with this. And now, is anybody's daughter's dating? And I know yours isn't. Is your daughter dating?
We have entered the world of dating. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
all right.
So we have gotten there, and we talked about texting. How your daughter's into texting. The great thing about technology is that there are all these apps and resources available to help us monitor what they're doing on their phones without fully getting into their privacy. As she gets older, privacy is so important. And so we have they know we do phone checks, and sometimes we sit with them through tough conversations while they communicate with friends. but it's a great way to guide them and help teach them along the way. This is how you communicate. Remember, other parents always see this. When you send this picture, it goes to that parent's iCloud. Like, we have these talks, especially with boys now, and we just navigate that day by day where we teach them through real life example, and it's been okay. They don't always love that we're involved, but it works.
Staying involved, talking, talk,
And realizing that this is real life. And so these conversations will happen, and there'll be things that good days and bad days, right? And that's okay. So that non-judgment, even though it's tough, and even though we fail sometimes, and definitely.
Watch your face.
Yeah. But then just realizing that's your kiddo, or those are your kids' friends. Like, we want to be a home that welcomes the friends. I would love them to all just always be at my house. And not because I'm trying to protect them, but I want to be part of the fun too, right? When they come over, they bake and they do things and they, and I love that. And I like seeing how they kind of open up to us as other individuals and caring adults in their lives. But then also we have relationships with their friends' parents.
Yes.
And I know we won't always know everybody's parents. I'm aware.
Right.
But right now we're eating it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Keep it going. So Molly and Sarah with YMCA, you got, how long has your teen program been going on at the Y?
So we have had teens ever since the Y really has opened. So, but our current efforts with teen mental health has been the last 3 years.
Okay.
And that is across the state of North Carolina. And I know many other states are doing it. YUSA, which is, it's the governing body for all Ys in the United States. They have a big effort with teen mental health as well. They've actually, this year, created a teen mental health fellowship. And we've got a young adult. She's actually 20 that is part of that fellowship. So she is one of, I believe, 16 that was chosen across the United States that was able to participate. And so they're trying to dig in a little bit to see what that group, how they can be part of a solution or another bite out of the apple.
So the resources at the YMCA for teen mental health, that's accessible online. Mm-hmm. And give us that website again.
So it's gastonymca.org, and then you can either search with the search bar Teen Mental Health Resource Hub or go through the Teen tab.
And everyone is welcome to use?
Everyone. In fact, we want people to have access to it. We have shared it with the school systems. We have shared it with county government and said, hey, how could we partner and share this information? Where is it appropriate in your organizations as well to share the information. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies, for joining us out in the country. Whenever they got here, they were like, where's she luring us to? Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
We did.
We're deep in the woods, but we're legit. So y'all want to go bass fishing?
I do.
Actually. Yeah, actually.
Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.